My mum was a stay-at-home wife and my dad was the provider, so I grew up seeing that and I naturally embodied it. Women were created for a man, so a woman without a man to take care of, she becomes very empty, very soulless, very bitter.
Anybody can make breakfast. Breakfast is probably the easiest food to make. I need to see what her dinner looks like, bro. I need to see what she do with that chicken, what she do with that steak. You made some eggs and some bacon. That's what you chose to get on the camera and make because you knew won't nobody gonna say that's nasty unless they don't eat pork. But other than that, won't nobody gonna say, ugh.
Damn. Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
I submit to my husband and my job is to keep him happy. Women have become lazy. They don't want to make any effort. They think it's freedom to say, I'm not going to cook for a man, I'm not going to clean, I'm not going to do anything, but it's purely laziness.
Women are actually not designed to have to make decisions.
This is the biggest load of internalized misogyny BS.
Is that true? We all know, I've even asked this to a girl. I asked her this question, right? I asked her, how did the question go? I said, damn, how'd the question go? It was, would you want a man that pays 100% for everything if you had to plan everything? Right? Yeah, that's basically the question I asked her. I asked her, if he paid for everything, would you be mad if you had to plan everything? That means every trip or vacation, every birthday celebration, every date night, you know what I'm saying? Everything that the man normally has to plan. Would you be mad if you had to plan it, but he pays 100% for it? And she was like, nah, he need to plan. She was like, all right. And the reason she gave is because she said, it means you took the time out to think about what I like and you put in effort. It was all about effort. Women like effort. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask this question again to other women because I'm pretty sure I'll get different answers, but her answer made sense. So that's why I was saying, hold on, she said it's not a woman's place to plan anything. Hold on, what she said?
To have to make decisions.
To have to make decisions. It's not a woman's place to have to make decisions. So what is my body, my choice then? You know what I'm saying? What is that? That's a decision, right? Pro-life, pro-choice. What's the other one? That's a decision, right? Hey, come on, bro. What you mean? Shout it.
This is the biggest load of internalized misogyny BS.
Are your husband's finances safe with you?
Women were created for a man, so a woman without a man to take care of, she becomes very empty, very soulless, very bitter.
When I hear the term trad wife, what comes to my mind is scary and probably
performative, trad wife. All of these things are extremes. Whether you want to be a thought for the streets or you want to be what this new trend is, the trad wife thing, bruh. It's either way, it's some performance going on, bruh. Just give me a woman that got some sense and some willingness and some warmness and some kindness, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be super tradded out, but you don't gotta be, I definitely don't want you to be for the streets either. I'm saying, give me something that makes sense, bruh. We not asking for all this, bro. He look like he can't, bro. Man, come on, dog. Man, come on, bro.
avoid.
I'm Zion Zach.
I don't be trying to get on people's looks, but first of all, his girl, it's gonna be fucked up, right?
Soulless, very bitter.
Y'all ever seen Ed and Eddie?
A man to take care of.
You know
She becomes very empty, very soulless, very bitter.
Y'all remember what Eddie used to say about Ed? He was like, you don't got no chin. He called that nigga lumpy.
When I hear the term trad wife, what comes to my mind is scary and probably avoid.
I'm Zion Zachary.
And who the fuck was that? What this nigga had to do with anything? He must be the brother or something.
I'm Laura, and I am a proud wife of Mr. Zion Zach.
That nigga look like Derek Fisher. Y'all remember Derek Fisher? He played for the Lakers back in the 2000s.
I'm Laura, and I am a proud wife of Mr. Zion Zachary.
And I lead the household. My wife knows what her role is.
Your husband cannot step up until you step down.
I enjoy traditional marriage with
I don't know
traditional
about that.
masculine and feminine roles. I think online is a parallel universe.
What you see on social media a lot is women crying into the phone, telling you what a victim they are in their life.
We do get quite a bit of negative comments.
What we need to do as men is protect our wives and make sure we don't take our wives to the battle.
Someone says, it took 20 seconds of listening to you for me to throw up in my mouth a little. This is why I'm an atheist. This religious psychosis is packaged so beautifully.
The high-tier wife is always thinking about the bigger picture. She's thinking about how to help her husband get to the top of the mountain.
This is the biggest load of internalized misogyny
Top of the
BS.
mountain.
Are your husband's finances safe with you?
Women have been lied to.
The women that were less willing to submit were more emotionally reactive.
They think that they will find fulfillment in building a career or trying to be some kind of boss babe. Everything that women do, it should be.
But see, all of this is just like politics, bro. One extreme gets too extreme, the pendulum swings to the other extreme. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with traditional or non-traditional lifestyles, bro. All of it is content at this point. Where if you're extreme enough in whatever you standing on, people are gonna respond to it, whether it's positive or negative. Because we've all heard the other side of this argument. We already know what the other side of this argument is. Now we're starting to hear more of this argument of being a trad wife. And it's like, I don't think nobody wants to anything to do with that. Not to this extreme. You know what I'm saying? I don't... Because like I said, it's performative. What are they like when this camera turns off? What is the rest of their life outside of being on this camera? Are they really doing this? You know what I'm saying? And if they are, if you're a grown man and you have a woman that's really moving and thinking like this, like, is that something that you would want for real? Just think to yourself, because we got so used to hearing women say how much they don't need a man. We got so used to hearing women say they hate men or men ain't shit, or we got used to hearing a bunch of negative things about men, that when somebody comes out and says something different, we're quick to be attracted to that. You know what I'm saying? But ask yourself, is that something that you really want? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just something different from what you've been hearing? Like, I asked the question, how many of the ideas that you have are actually your idea? How many of the ideas that you believe are actually your beliefs? Or is it something that you've been subconsciously, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say programmed, but like subconsciously advertised that you should want this. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too deep. I don't know.
Expression of love. What the women have been taught is you're the most important thing. Always put yourself first.
Many men are married to women, but they're not married to wives.
This is so sad. I hope you recover from the Stockholm syndrome soon.
That's when you fall in love with your captor. That's like Beauty and the Beast fairy tale.
Yeah,
And I've fallen in love with you.
yeah. But I have captured you.
You captured my heart.
If this isn't satire, the algorithm needs a talking to.
When I hear the term trot wife or trot husband, what comes to my mind is scary and probably avoid.
My husband is the
Bro, who is this nigga? What does he look like? He have anything that you want, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what are you, dog? You look like you ready to be a trad wife, your damn self.
My mind is scary and probably avoid.
My husband is the lord of this house.
Should a woman serve her husband? In my opinion, not at all.
No, I don't think a woman should serve her husband. It should be that they serve each other in whatever way works for them. I don't think it's a woman's job to do the household chores.
It shouldn't be more on one person than the other to be pulling their weight.
Me looking nice inspires him. and he deserves to look at something beautiful.
Would I expect my wife to look perfect to me? No. No. We have good days, we have bad days.
Man, look, bro. That's why she don't. Because you don't expect it. You ain't set that bar. She probably be farting and burping around you and some more shit. Blowing her nose all super loud. Nah, man, I want my wife to look good. I know it, bro, I'm realistic now. I know she's not gonna always be on point. You know what I'm saying? But when I do find a wife, I want her to feel like she need to look like something around me, bro. Like 80% of the time. 20% of the time, she could let loose. She could be a human. But the other 80%, I need you to be on point, goddammit. And that's my expectation. And if she agreed to it, then that's great, bruh. Because I'm not going to make you do nothing you don't want to do. You could go. You can go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to force anybody to do anything. But that's my expectation. You know what I'm saying? He didn't put that expectation, so his wife walking around looking like bullshit all the time.
Late nights, we have early mornings.
It's not the role of a woman to always have to look perfect for their husband. I think that's ridiculous. If you want to look perfect for your husband, that's on you.
And I ain't say perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect you to look perfect. But I don't expect you to look like bullshit either. You know, it don't take much to please niggas. If you keep your body right and you was already pretty anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure your hair and your nails and all that is done because you my wife, bro. I'm going to make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? You smell good. You could really walk around with a T-shirt and some little tight-ass shorts that just be hugging them curves, bro. That's not even too much. Or even if you in some pajamas, bro, if you got that yam, they still gonna show in their pajamas. Right? It don't take much to please niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's if we in the house, though. Now, if we outside, you throwing a nice little dress, a little sundress, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's cold, yeah, I expect you to dress like for the weather then. I don't know.
That's great, good for you. You shouldn't have to.
The trad wife and trad husband should probably be left in the past. As long as you're happy in the house that you're in, then you're doing the right thing.
So we just got to keep doing what we're doing. When people post negative comments, we just keep going because we know what we're doing is for the greater good.
I think women have already set themselves.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can agree with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, I don't know. I never considered myself pro-black, but I'm starting to understand the importance of keeping the race going. You know what I'm saying? I wanna have black kids, not mixed kids. Now, if I was to find a woman and she was not black, but I really loved her and she really loved me, that's cool. I'm not against interracial love. I'm just saying, bro, I would prefer a black woman so we can have black kids, so we can keep the black race going. Because what's happened, I mean, you could look at Patrick Mahomes as a perfect example. His daddy black, but his mama white. He came out mixed, light bright, right? Then he met a white woman and they had kids. And now they are mostly white. They're 75% white, 25% black, right? More than likely, those kids, they're going to meet white people and have white kids. Now all the black is gone. You know what I'm saying? And it only took a few generations to wipe out the black race. That's why I say it's important to keep doing your part and keeping the race going, bruh. But like I said, I'm not against interracial love if it's real. You know what I'm saying? If the love is real. Now, looking at these two, I know I done talked a lot. I done talked more than they did. But looking at these two, right, would you say that their love is real? You know what I'm saying? Would you say, based off of what we're saying, or is it more performance? Matter of fact, I'm going to let the video play.
I don't think the way I live is making them set themselves back any further. I think they've already done that on their own. My job
What the hell house do they live in, bro? This look like an old church or something.
is always looking pretty and always keeping the house clean. I am a trad
Like a Cinderella storybook ass house.
wife, but I'm more than a trad wife.
I felt like I had met a female version of myself. She slid into my DMs and then it kicked off this whole thing. I was a bit despondent and thinking that maybe I'll be waiting forever. In this modern world, this feminist world, will I ever find a woman that would agree with my way of thinking, and I found her.
Trad wife, I think, refers back to the traditional, what we've always done.
Bro, what the fuck?
Trad wife, I think, refers back to the traditional.
What year do they live in, bruh?
What
These motherfuckers live in 1655 on
we've always done, male role, female role.
1656.
My best friend rang me and I said to her, I was like, that's my husband, that I'm gonna marry this man. And she was like, what? I said, that is the man I will marry. So September we met, December was our wedding.
Yeah, just.
Hold on, what did it say?
I will marry. So September we met, December was our wedding.
Met at 36, became his fiance at 36, became his wife at 36. God's timing is not of this world. Man, look, he didn't even get her when she was, like, I ain't trying to sound messed up, but what you think she was doing in her 20s, bro? Was she on this traditional bullshit in her 20s? How we know she wasn't wilding out in her 20s, living her life, you know what I'm saying, having fun with all different kind of guys, but then when she met him, she sold him this trad wife dream. How do we know that didn't happen, bro? And I hate to sound like a negative person or a hater, but then again, I guess if the hoe is in her, it's in her. Ain't nothing gonna change that. So I guess he would have had some discernment to peep that out. I don't know. But I know it's a play, bruh. Women do all they fun in their earlier years. And when they get older, they want to flip the script. And they want to sell you this dream of being a traditional housewife and purity and all that, bruh. Whatever, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I guess she got to want to be saved. You know what I'm saying? We never talk about that. We always say, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. But what about the women that actually, truly, thoroughly want to be saved? You know what I'm saying? Not the idea of being saved, but actually being saved. What about those women, bro?
Like that.
What does that woman have to go through to get to that point?
I don't like modern fashion. I think it's vulgar. I do think that it's important that we make an effort, because it's not that we compete with other women. It's a respect. You know, how we dress shows what we think our husband deserves. Most women dress for the world, but not their husband. Hi.
And look, this is the problem with the extreme, right? Now, anytime they say anything, we're ready to disagree with it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's no truth in what they're saying, bro. I'm pretty sure most men who have a wife don't want their wife all on Instagram or all on the internet showing off her body. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's unreasonable for a man to not want his woman showing off her body on the internet. Especially his wife, bro. Especially when it's niggas like me on this earth that'll see that and take it as an invitation. Because some girls, because you got to think, why is a woman doing that? She's not doing that just because. They don't listen to that. I'm doing this for me bullshit. Because if it's just for you, then just keep it on your phone. Then why the world gotta see, bro? You know what I'm saying? Niggas like me will come in and wreck your home up. Come on, dog. And I ain't even saying I would. I'm just saying niggas like me. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all wives be trying shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's no little harm in posting this little cleavage pic. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, DM's flooded. She not ignoring all them niggas. It's at least one nigga there and there she entertaining. What? It's a harmless little back and forth message. It's nothing. Oh, it's just a harmless meetup. We're just gonna meet up as friends. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just a harmless drinks at his place or at my place. That's nothing. It's just drinks. Oh, it was just one time. It didn't even last that long. He was only there for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? He was only in there for a few minutes. It was just one time. I promise. Look, bruh. I'm all right. Look.
Hey.
Do you like it?
Oh, you look pretty.
Do I look pretty?
Oh. I think it is important for a woman to present herself well. If somehow there was a hypothetical scenario where it was, I'd just be like, honey, yeah, that's revealing this, and do you mind just changing into...
See, a nigga like this could easily come to America, you know what I'm saying, and get him a black girl, bruh. Especially with that accent. Come on, look at how they was ready to, what's the nigga name, Idris? His name Idris, right? They was ready to risk it all for him. All he did was talk.
Appropriate. She doesn't have anything like that in her wardrobe anyway. And I'll tell her whether it's a yes, whether it's a no. Trust me, you guys are getting
Switch his swag up a little bit.
a tame version of me.
Yeah.
I'm usually every few seconds just all over her face. I think it's important for me to present.
I wonder, could I get more hoes if I was to switch up my accents? If I was to speak like an Englishman, would the hoes be all over me?
Myself well and wear things that are respectable, but it's not necessarily onerous on me to do that.
Women have become lazy. They don't want to make any effort. They think it's freedom to say,
I forgot the point that I was making. The point that I was making before I got off on a tangent was when people are too extreme with their message, even the little bit of truth in their message, it gets met with rebellion or rebellious because people don't like what you're representing. So if someone was to say all women are bad, and of course we know that's not true, but then they was to say they all have periods. Well, that's true. But just the fact that you don't like the overall message, it makes you want to disagree with the one thing in that message that actually is a fact. You know what I'm saying? That was the point I was making. That might not have been the best example, but y'all, I hope y'all understand the point.
I'm not going to cook for a man, I'm not going to clean, I'm not going to do
I believe y'all are intelligent enough to understand the point.
anything, but it's purely laziness. She probably doesn't know how to do it for a start. Am I pretty?
Oh, you're not pretty, you're beautiful.
That's cringy, I ain't gonna lie.
My favorite thing is just your all-out surrender, your full devotion, and your servant heart. Yeah.
See, look, I wonder what he gonna do when somebody else fuck his wife. And that's effed up. That's effed up. I'll admit that was effed up to say. It was effed up to say, but you gotta think about it though. You know what I'm saying? But maybe she loyal, maybe she faithful. I don't know. But if that was to happen,
servant heart. Yeah.
He done got all on the internet kissing her in the face and shit. If somebody else came and just bust her ass down, what would he do? You know what I'm saying?
I always make sure that there is food on the table. I gotta feed my man.
Damn, I ain't even think about that. The cooking. Oh, bro. No, I need a. All right, look, if my woman gonna be doing some cooking, I need her to be good at it, man. I need my food to have flavor, bro.
Do everything in the house. So I do the laundry,
and I also need to be able to look and identify what's on the plate. I don't need to ask questions.
the cleaning, most of the shopping, everything in the house I do. People think that the way that I live is degrading to women, but I just love taking care of my men. Diane doesn't love cooking, and I do, so I usually do it all.
I can cook to survive, but not to enjoy.
So it makes sense that I just stay in my lane and he stays in his lane and we don't cross over.
I would say I have always held some level of traditional values because I observed an element of it growing up.
My mum was a stay-at-home wife and my dad was the provider, so I grew up seeing that and I naturally embodied it. Women were created for a man, so a woman without a man to take care of, she becomes very empty, very soulless, very bitter.
Look, anybody can make breakfast. Anybody can make breakfast. Breakfast is probably the easiest food to make. I need to see what her dinner looks like, bro. I need to see what she do with that chicken, what she do with that steak, what she do with them potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Sweet potatoes, greens. You know what I'm saying? I need to see what you do with that. You know what I'm saying? You made some eggs and some bacon. That's what you chose to get on the camera and make because you knew won't nobody gonna say that's nasty unless they don't eat pork. But other than that, won't nobody gonna say, ugh. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So my role as the man, Fundamentally, I'm the leader of the family. I'm technically the CEO, and you're my, you could say, personal assistant.
Yeah, I'm in submission.
She only works for me, basically.
Is the yolk how you like it?
Yeah, we haven't had poached eggs in a while, so. I'm the responsible person who is responsible for building, providing to make sure that that vision is fulfilled, to lead my wife, love my children.
I don't ever want to see him with like a broom in his hand or anything. I don't want to ever see him. I just don't like it.
So often gets upset when I pick up the hoover and try to do something.
Please put that down.
People think that I have rules, or that I wake up in the morning and I am at your bedside saying, "Arise, woman, you know, fix me some food." No, it doesn't work like that. She's already living that lifestyle herself. We both want to do this. So we both thrive in it, and we both have a happy life because of it.
I don't know, bruh. Is he saying there's absolutely no resistance at all? Is this a Jesus in the background? Yo, what color is this Jesus, bruh? What color is this Jesus? This Jesus looking a little mulatto. You know what I'm saying? A little gentrified. I don't know. I went to a Waffle House one time. They had white people cooking. I got that waffle, bro. That waffle was looking a little bit gentrified, bro. It ain't had that little, you know what I'm saying? You know the waffle had a little to it, bro. That waffle ain't had a little, you know what I'm saying? That waffle had, bro.
When you have someone in your life that you really care about and you're going to build a family.
Not saying I got a problem with white people cooking. I know it's some white people that know how to cook. I know for a fact my people know how to cook, bro. Twice. You gotta say it twice, they know how to do it that good.
It changes you to become the best version of yourself, and that's what's happened to me.
Like Zion's taken so many things off my shoulders that I don't have to worry about certain things. So it means that I've actually been able to discover who I am as a woman.
So what would we say to people who judge us? Choose how you want to live your life carefully.
A lot of people are just sheep, they just follow along and they think that, you know, like especially feminists, they think they're being rebellious by being a feminist, but they're not. They're just doing what everyone else is doing. It's the opposite of being.
See, and this goes back to my point. Bro, there's some truth to that. Because people are gonna rebel. If people have a rebellious spirit, they're gonna rebel against whatever the most popular narrative is. So the most popular narrative could actually be something bad, right? The most popular narrative could be destroy people's homes, destroy people's marriages. If that was what the most popular narrative was, then it's going to be people that would be willing to rebel against that by not destroying people's marriages and not destroying people's homes. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that you have people, I wouldn't even say rebel. What's another? Contrary. You always going to have people that want to be contrary to whatever the most popular narrative is. And if that's out of like genuinely what they desire or just that they want to be contrary, you know what I'm saying? But since the most popular message, and I could be wrong, but since the most popular message is get married, you know what I'm saying? Well, then again, that's not even, I could be wrong about that. I think the most popular message is whatever the feminists believe right now. And anybody that's contrary to that, they're the wrong ones. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong. It just means they're going against what the populace believes. Y'all get my point, man.
Rebellious. Being rebellious is actually
what we
against, do. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know I could enjoy my life so much and I could be happy. I didn't know I could do that. And it's beautiful.
I guess. Nigga, I guess. You know what I'm saying? If you married to a white person, how long does it take before you give them the N-word pass? Should I put that in the comments? Would that be effed up to put in the comments? Let me see what the rest of the comments say first. If that's what they like, why not? But again, no one is in a position to tell others what to do with their lives. She makes him feel like she has submitted to him, but she's the one who runs the show. Meet in September, married 2 months later. The work of a woman who makes the final decisions on the low. I mean, like I said, bro, they was They met at 36 and got married at 36. Well, she was 36. I don't know how old he is. That's what I was saying earlier. How do we know when she was younger she wasn't out in the streets wilding? This is what gets me. They are so happy and have a relationship that works for them. Why invite the devil, social media, with its negative, just live your life? You know why? Because the fact that something like this could cause so much response. This when you really look at this is nothing. This is not exciting. It's nothing about their relationship that was exciting. It's just the fact that the current climate that we live in, with the hyper-feminism and women wanting to rebel against traditional ways of being in a relationship or marriage or anything, something like this, which is the complete opposite of that, would garner a lot of attention, negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? But when we step back and look at it, this was a boring-ass couple with a boring-ass story, bro. This shit was boring. Boring, bro. They both look like boring people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in with a little bit of excitement out of what they do. Matter of fact, say someone like Future, and I'm not even trying to put this on Future, but I'm just using him as an example. Say Future was to come over at this house, and she was to saw Future. This girl would be starstruck, bro. She going. Because they life look boring as hell, bro. They house look like it was made in 1719, bro. Old ass house. She was using an old ass tea kettle and shit. Talking about some Beauty and the Beast. Oh, where that tea kettle at, man? Y'all seen that shit, man? Look at that old ass tea kettle, bro. That shit burnt to a crisp, bro. Come on, bro. Future going in that house. He taking your bitch. He taking your bitch. Instagram got your bitch, bro. Come on, look, bro. Look, man. Y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out. Bruh, you recording?
There's some real shit going on outside. And we in here talking about bullshit.